Her trademark line is a good reminder. As we sit here today, 36 years after the alleged event occurred, when there is no corroboration, and indeed it is refuted by the people allegedly there. After I have been in the public arena for 26 years without even a hint, a whiff.
A whiff?
Like this.
A whiff?
And when my nomination to the Supreme Court was just about to be voted on, at a time when I'm called evil
a whiff
by a Democratic member of this committee, while Democratic opponents of my nomination say people will die.
People will die. It's true.
This onslaught of last-minute allegations does not ring true.
Oh, it doesn't?
I'm not questioning.
Don't question.
That Dr. Ford may have been sexually assaulted.
Is Brett Kavanaugh on cocaine?
In some place at some time.
I think he's on cocaine.
To her,
Look at his wife. Oh my God. Look at his wife.
That's not who I am. It is not who I was.
It's not?
I am innocent of this charge.
Are you really?
I intend no ill will to Dr. Ford.
Oh.
The other night, Ashley and my daughter Liza said their prayers. And little Liza, all 10 years old,
Cry, baby.
said to Ashley, we should pray for the woman.
That's right.
It's a lot of wisdom from a 10-year-old.
It sure is.
We mean no ill will.
Oh. Sweetie. Who's your acting coach, sweetie? Oh, jeez.
Let's start with my career.
Yeah, let's start with that.
For the last 26 years,
Yeah.
since 1992,
Yeah.
I've served in many high-profile and sensitive government positions.
You sure have.
For which the FBI has investigated my background 6 separate times.
Including not letting an immigrant girl get abortion.
Background investigations.
Hi, Wendy.
Years, all of them after the event.
That's right, Patty.
I've been in the public arena.
But he's not a honey badger. He's a weasel.
For decades.
Brett Kavanaugh's a weasel.
In 1992, I worked for the Office of Solicitor General in the Department of Justice.
Oh, you did?
In 1993, I clerked on the Supreme Court.
Thank you, sweetie.
Anthony Kennedy. I spent 4 years in the Independent Counsel's Office during the 1990s.
Oh, you did?
That office was the subject of enormous scrutiny from the media and the public.
Ooh, scrutiny.
During 1998, the year of the impeachment of President Clinton, our office generally, and I personally, were in the middle of an intense
He did what?
spotlight. I and other leading members of Ken's
Thank you, sweetie.
were opposition researchers.
Thank you, Patty. I love you.
From birth through the present day.
That's right, he dug dirt.
People who were exposed that year of 1998 as having engaged in some sexual wrongdoing or indiscretions.
Oh, shut up.
Past.
What an asshole.
One person on the left even paid $1 million for people to report evidence of sexual wrongdoing.
Ooh.
He exposed some prominent people. Nothing about me. From 2000
Is that Papa Smurf?
2006, I worked for President George.
Is that
W.
Papa
Bush
Smurf?
in the White House. As staff secretary, I was by President Bush's side.
Who wouldn't let you, sweetie?
He was
YouTube?
trusted with the nation's most sensitive secrets.
That's so weird.
I traveled on Air Force One all over the country.
I'm crushing your head.
With President Bush.
I'm crushing your
I
head.
went everywhere with him, from Texas to Pakistan.
Papa Smurf.
Alaska to Australia.
Papa
From
Smurf.
Buckingham Palace to the Vatican. 3 years in the West Wing, 5.5 years in the White House. I was then
Oh, totally.
judge on the DC Circuit.
You know, YouTube is just so on it. They think everything is spam. They think everything is from a Russian bot.
This committee. I sat before this committee for 2 thorough confirmations.
Look at his wife. Oh my God, look at his wife.
In 2006.
She's like, shut up. Look at this asshole.
12 years leading up to my nomination.
He is constipated.
I've served in a very public arena as a federal judge on what is
Ooh, boobies. Boobies.
in the country.
Look, I'm groping Brett Kavanaugh.
On some of the most significant and sensitive cases.
Nipples.
Lives and
Purple nipple.
I have been a good judge. And for this nomination,
Yeah.
another FBI background investigation, another American Bar Association investigation.
Look how thrilled this guy looks.
31 hours of hearings.
Look at this guy.
65 senator meetings. 1,200 written questions. More than all.
Let's straighten your tie, stupid.
Combined. Throughout that entire time.
Yeah.
Throughout my 53 years and 7 months.
Ooh.
Until last week. No one ever.
There's no way. Listen, how could he be impartial? Listen, folks.
No one ever.
How could he possibly be impartial? He gave an interview to Fox. He and his wife went on Fox. Hello? Hello? We all know where your legions lie.
For a hint of anything of this kind. And that's because nothing of this kind ever happened.
That's right, Joey. Look, he's a weasel. Have some water, silly.
Second, let's turn to specifics. I categorically
Exactly,
and
Wendy.
unequivocally deny the allegation against me by Dr. Ford.
You do?
I never had any sexual or physical encounter of any kind with Dr. Ford.
That's funny. That's what Bill Clinton
I never
said.
attended a gathering like the one Dr. Ford describes in her allegation.
Wow, he beat his
I've never
ex-wife?
sexually
Jeez.
assaulted Dr. Ford or anyone.
You're a weasel.
Again, I'm not questioning that Dr. Ford may have been
He's
sexually
such a
assaulted by
douchebag.
some person in some place at some time. But I've never done that.
Look how thrilled this lady is. Look, she's so happy to be there.
Dr. Ford's allegation stems from a party that she alleges occurred during the summer of 1982. 36 years ago.
Bill Clinton.
I was 17 years old.
That's right.
Between my junior and senior years of high school at Georgetown.
And you were a drunk bastard.
All-boys Catholic Jesuit high school in Rockville, Maryland.
Papa Smurf.
When my friends and I spent time together at parties on weekends, it was usually with friends from nearby Catholic all-girls high schools.
Uh-huh.
Holy Ridge, Holy Child,
Yeah,
Visitation, Immaculata, Holy Cross.
that's right.
Dr. Ford did not attend one of those schools.
Oh.
She attended an independent private school named Holton Arms.
Okay.
She was a year behind me.
And you were behind her, you idiot.
In the same social circles. It is possible that we met at some point, at some event.
White Russians!
To repeat, all of the people identified by Dr.
Who the fuck is this?
present at the party have said they
Who the
did
fuck
not
is this
remember
person?
any such party ever happening. Importantly, her friend, Ms. Kaiser, has not only denied...
Is that Alyssa Milano?
Ms. Kaiser said under penalty of...
Folks, is that Alyssa Milano? I think it
Does
is.
not recall ever being at a party with me ever.
Holy cow.
And my two male friends...
Wow, Alyssa Milano's there.
Who knew me well, have told this committee under penalty of felony
Yeah.
that they do not recall any such party and that I never did or would do.
Absolutely. Choir boys.
Dr. Ford's allegation is not merely uncorroborated.
Please do, Rebecca. Please do. Also, if you're on Twitter, hit me up at Randall's Animals with 2 L's, Randall. Please. I want to see that article, sweetie.
Third, Dr. Ford has said that this event occurred at a house near Columbia Country Club, which is at the corner of Connecticut Avenue and the East-West Highway in Chevy Chase, Maryland. In her letter to Senator Feinstein, she said that there were 4 other people at the house.
4.
But none of those people, nor I, lived near Columbia Country Club.
Oh.
As of the summer of 1982, Dr. Ford was 15 and could not drive yet. She did not live near Columbia Country Club. She says confidently that she had 1 beer at the party. But she does not say how she got to the house in question.
Oh,
or how she got
please.
home, or whose house it was. Fourth, I
Yeah.
submitted to this committee detailed calendars recording my activities in the summer of 1982.
Yeah, because all high schoolers keep calendars of their
Why
events.
did I keep calendars?
Yeah, why?
My dad started keeping detailed calendars of his life in 1978.
Oh. Okay, here come the waterworks. Drink up. Every time he cries, drink.
Calendar and a diary. It's very organized guy.
Oh, look at his wife. She's like, ha ha ha, what an asshole. Oh dear. Your dad kept a calendar too. Ooh, cry.
Christmas time, we sit around and he deals with old stories.
Oh, stories. Christmas stories.
Old milestones, old weddings, old events.
That's it, folks. There's no way he did it. He used to tell stories with his papa about Christmas. He's innocent.
In 9th grade,
Yeah. What happened in 9th grade, sweetie?
in 9th grade in 1980, I started keeping calendars of my own.
She's like, wow, these acting lessons are really paying off.
A calendar and a diary. I've kept such calendars, diaries for the last 38 years.
Christmas! Daddy!
Mine are not as good as my dad's in some years. And when I was
Absolutely. You're right.
the calendars are
Look.
about what you would expect.
No, she can't stand him.
Some goofy parts, some embarrassing parts.
And listen, during their interview on Fox, she was asked a question and he answered for her. He answered for her. He does not want his wife to speak. Folks, my dad used to keep a calendar just like I did, and that's why I kept a calendar. And around Christmas time, we would put popcorn on a string. I'm innocent. I know. We're just watching this sad Kavanaugh. Oh, well, here's the thing. Donald Trump's mom completely neglected him from the age of 2 on, and that is why he hates women, okay? Yeah, cut some more onions. Cut some more onions, sweetie.
And had my high school achievement test at 8:30 the next morning.
Oh. How are you able to take tests after spending nights drunk gang raping girls?
But I was at a small gathering at Becky.
Oh yeah, no, true. Rebecca, listen. Donald Trump, his mom neglected him at age 2. His father loved Freddie, his brother.
Use their last names here.
And Freddie drank himself to death because he couldn't handle being in that goddamn family.
20 and 22nd.
And his parents shipped him off to a military school. Hello?
Did final preparations for football training camp that began on Sunday the 22nd.
What I think they ought to do
As the
is expand the Supreme Court to more than 9 members. They have the power to do that. There's absolutely no reason why we have to keep it at 9. They should expand the Supreme Court and get some more peoples in there.
on a weekend night,
Yeah,
my calendar
12.
shows all but definitively that I was not there.
this is terrible.
During the weekdays in the summer of 1982, as you can see, I was out of
Alyssa
town
Milano.
for 6 weeks of the summer for a trip to the beach with friends and at the legendary 5-star basketball camp in Honesdale, Pennsylvania.
Right, exactly, Joey. 13 to no hung jury. Oh, God.
When I was in town, I spent much of my time working out,
Exactly.
lifting weights, playing basketball, or hanging out and having some beers with friends.
And just putting roofies in drinks.
Life and football and school and girls.
Yeah, girls. Tell us about the girls,
I
Brett.
didn't have church on Sundays on my calendars. I also didn't list brushing my teeth. And for me, going to church on
He is a cokehead.
brushing my
They're
teeth.
all on coke. Listen, honey badgers. Did anyone watch the Trump press conference debacle yesterday? Because he was so on coke, and now this guy's on coke. This guy was up all night writing this stupid shit, and now he's just like, I have to act. Someone told him, you better be credible, you better yell.
When I had to time the last lawn cuttings of the summer. of
That's
various
Debbie Mazar?
schools before football training camp. I played in a lot of summer league basketball games for the Georgetown prep team at night.
You
at
lush.
Blair High School in Silver Spring.
You lush.
Many nights I worked out with other guys at Tobin's house.
Of course you worked out with other guys, didn't you? Yeah, take another sip, thirsty bitch.
He was the great quarterback on our football team.
That is Alyssa Milano, right? Oh, no, Ford already spoke. She testified and was amazing, amazingly credible. It was shocking. She testified 3 hours ago, and then there was a break, and now this schmuck is speaking. I encourage all of you, if you haven't seen her testimony, to find it on YouTube and watch it. It's amazing. I mean, unbelievable.
And as my calendars show, I was very
precise
about listing who was there. Very precise. And keep in mind, my calendars also were diaries of sorts. Forward-looking and backward-looking.
Forward-looking.
Like
oh, Jesus.
You see, for example, that I crossed out missed workouts and the canceled appointments. And then I listed the precise people who had shown up for certain events.
Oh, God.
The calendars are obviously not dispositive on their own, but they are another piece of evidence in the mix for you to consider.
You weren't even on the list of nominees until the most recent one, you piece of shit. Don't you get it? You're only there so you could protect Trump and reverse Roe. It's obvious.
Fifth, Dr. Ford's allegation is radically inconsistent
calendars.
with my record and my character.
That's right, Patty, calendars.
Present day.
And it's making him cry.
As students at an all-boys Catholic
you bet. Honey Badger don't give a shit.
Many of us became friends and remain friends to this day with students at local Catholic all schools.
Oh, God.
One feature of my life
that
has remained true to the present day is
that
I've always had a lot of close female friends.
Oh, please.
I'm not talking about girlfriends.
Oh, you're not?
I'm talking about friends who are women.
I think you're talking about victims. Uh-huh.
That started in high school.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Maybe it was because I'm an only child and had no sisters. But anyway, we had no social media or text or email, and we talked.
I'm an only child too, you piece of shit.
Talking almost every night, it seemed. My friends Amy or Julie.
See you soon, Becky. Thank you for tuning in.
Or Kristen, or Karen, or Suzanne, or Maura, or Megan. Or
oh,
Nikki.
Please.
The list goes on. Friends for a lifetime, built on a foundation of talking through school and life, starting at age 14. Several of those great women are in the seats right behind me today. My friends and I sometimes got together and had parties on weekends. The drinking age was 18 in Maryland for most of my time in high school, and was 18 in D.C. for all of my time in high school.
Is that good?
I drank beer with my friends.
Oh, God.
Almost everyone did.
Everyone.
Sometimes I had too many beers.
Too many.
Sometimes others did.
Sometimes you put roofies in drinks.
I still like beer.
I still like beer.
I drink beer to the point of blacking out, and I never sexually assaulted anyone.
Oh, God.
There is a bright line between drinking beer, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace, and sexually assaulting someone.
What an actor.
Which is a violent crime. If every American who drinks beer, or every American who drank beer in high school, is suddenly presumed guilty of sexual assault, we'll be in an ugly new place in this country.
Okay, so now this is a commercial for beer. He's just, advertising beer. So, how do I feel about Cosby? I think it's so sad. His work has been amazing. I loved Bill Cosby's comedy, but he gets what he deserves. And from what I understand this morning, he was frantically calling Camille, asking her to do whatever it takes to get him out because they're not being kind to him. And I'm not joking. You can look this up. They are throwing stale... inmates are throwing stale hot dog buns at Bill Cosby, okay? So the man goes from years of brilliant stand-up to now sitting in a jail cell having hot dog buns thrown at him. But that's what you get. No one is above this. It doesn't matter how long ago it took place. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And if everyone got behind all the accusations of Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby, I'm just dying to know why we can't get behind the accusations of this lunatic. We pick and choose our battles.
One thing in particular we're sad about.
Oh, God.
One of our good...
Oh. This guy? Why is this guy a lunatic? This guy's a lunatic because he's not, if you ask me, he's not a good fit because he's completely biased. He's supposed to be unpartisan, and his track record has shown that he is partisan. The fact that he and his wife went on Fox News to give an interview is completely, I mean, he could have gone on PBS NewsHour. He could have gone on C-SPAN. He could have gone on platforms that aren't either right or left, but he chose specifically to go into Fox News. Aside from that, I really have no appreciation for the fact that he said an immigrant girl couldn't receive an abortion, okay? And he's been very flip-floppy. The guy has already lied regarding Democratic papers that he said he never saw, but he did. He also is Bush-bought. This guy did a lot of the same things that are being done to him against Clinton. Now, is Clinton a perv and disgusting? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's absolutely horrifying the way that Monica Lewinsky came out in the end of all that. I mean, she was completely vilified. And people still continue to kiss Bill Clinton's butt. And the fact is, when all that came to a head, what no one talks about is the fact that Hillary Clinton smashed the White House bedroom lamp over Bill Clinton's head, okay? And he dropped to the floor. The White House staff, the cleaning people saw this happen. And for a few days after the fact, Bill Clinton walked around with bandage on his forehead and just brushed it off as something. But Hillary Clinton got completely pissed, and she busted that. I mean, you can't... I just don't trust this guy. I don't trust him. And it's been said that you know how this guy's come out and said, oh, I've had so many females work for me, right? And it's true. But did you know that he hires a specific looking female? That's right. He's had clerks find him specific looking females with attributes that he finds pleasing. So yeah, it's great that he's had a lot of females work for him over time, but the fact remains, it's not based on their abilities or their talents. It's based on what they look like. So fuck him. He's a pig. And he's only a girls' basketball coach to cover everything up. No. Oh, yes. No, there is a link. I'm telling you. Shoot. There's a Brett Kavanaugh. Look it up. There are articles written about how he chooses female staff based on their looks.
Those are some awesome women. I love all.
Oh, brother. To all the girls I've loved before.
You also have a friend.
No. It's not Snopes. Look it up. It's out there. Look it up. It's out there.
They described that I treated them as friends and equals and supported them in their sports at a time when women's sports was emerging in the wake of Title IX.
This guy's a girls' basketball coach, folks.
For all their texts and their emails and their support.
I love you, Sarah.
One of those women friends from college, a self-described liberal. And
I just feel there are so many other... Listen, folks.
Said, quote,
there are so many other better conservative people who could have been appointed, who could have received the nomination. In fact, a few females, which were very powerful, and I don't, again, Trump chose him because he knows that he's going to protect him, and he wants to overturn Roe versus Wade. It's obvious. And you can't elect or nominate a female because what are the chances a female is going to want to overturn Roe versus Wade? I mean, it's just so obvious. But Donald Trump composed two lists prior to a third list which had Kavanaugh's name on it, and all of those listen, folks, Let me tell you something. Let's stop. Let me tell you something. Gorsuch, Neil Gorsuch, got in 1, 2, 3 easy flapjacks. Why do you think that is? A conservative, Neil Gorsuch, just got in not long ago without any issue. Where there's smoke, there's fire, folks. There's a reason why this isn't working out.
Women, I will put my record up against anyone's, male or female. I am proud of the letter from
Exactly.
84 women. 84
Why don't we put him in charge of the
who worked
EPA?
at the Bush White House from 2001 to 2006 and described me as, quote, a man of the highest integrity. Read the op-ed.
Listen,
Sarah Day,
abortions
Yarmouth
are...
County. She worked in Oval Office operations.
They're
outside
the
President Bush's office.
they're the right. Women have the right to choose. It's no one else's decision but a female's. Sorry.
Quote, Brett was an advocate for young women like me. He encouraged me to take on more responsibility, to feel confident in my role.
Because if someone,
During the 2004
listen.
Republican National Convention,
there are numerous instances in which a woman may have to get an abortion. What if a family can't afford a baby? Why would you want to bring a child into this world only to have them live in poverty and not get the proper attention they deserve? What if a female is raped or sexually abused by someone? They're supposed to keep that child? No way. Sorry. No way. That's absolutely terrible. To tell a woman that you have to keep your child, no matter what, is just absolutely insane. And let me tell you something. For folks that are against abortion, listen, abortion is not pretty. But every female has the right to make that choice if necessary. And let me tell you something. I hate to say it, but I have yet to see any fetuses going to school, walking around, doing homework. It's a fetus. It's a fetus. I'm so sorry to just be so blunt and scientific about it. But I would rather a young fetus, a woman have the choice to remove a fetus from their life than bring that fetus into a child and improperly take care of it. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Women get to have it. Women get to have that right. I'm not saying, hey, everyone go out and have an abortion. It is a powerful, hard decision to make. And that's the thing. Pro-choice means having to have that choice of making that hard-ass decision. Every life is precious. I do believe that. But if there are circumstances in which a parent isn't going to be able to provide for the child, or if the parent has been brutally raped or something like this, there's absolutely no reason in my mind why they should keep this child. Sorry. You know why? Because then if they keep the child and then the child gets on welfare, then you're screwed either way. Then you'll have to hear, oh boy, these people are on welfare, stop having babies. Well, how do you stop having babies if you tell them to keep the child? Hello?
just in case I was confirmed. As part of that, I had to, in essence, contingently hire a first group of 4 law clerks who could be available to clerk at the Supreme Court on moment's notice. I did so and contingently hired 4 law clerks.
But in some cases, they're raped. You can't tell a woman to keep her legs shut if she's being held down and raped. What if you get pregnant that way?
To have a group of all women law clerks. That is who I am. That is who I was.
Oh, please.
Over the past 12 years, I've taught constitutional law to hundreds of students, primarily at Harvard Law School.
If that's true, then the other reasons must be economic. And frankly, do you want to help support a family? Do you want to help support families? If people can't afford to have a baby, you're okay paying for them?
My former students, male and female alike, wrote that I displayed a character that impressed us all. I love teaching law. But thanks to what some of you on this side of the committee have unleashed, I may never be able to teach
Look,
again.
it's a tough issue, Sarah. It really is.
For the past 7 years, I've coached my 2 daughters' basketball teams. You saw many of those girls when they came to my hearing for a couple of hours. You have a letter from the parents of the girls I coached that describe my dedication, commitment, and character. I coach because I know that a girl's confidence on the basketball court translates.
Hey,
to
Bold
confidence in other
810, be
aspects of
nice,
life.
please. He's drinking so much because he's on coke, okay?
I love coaching more than anything I've ever done in my whole life. But thanks to what some of you on this
Thank you,
side
Bold
of the committee
18.
unleashed, I may never be able to coach again.
But a sacrificing of a child is different.
I've been a
When you
judge
sacrifice a child, there
of the Constitution. I revere the Constitution. I am deeply grateful to President Trump
just
for
like
nominating
Zuckerberg.
me. He was so gracious to my family and me on the July night he announced my nomination at the White House. I thank him for his steadfast support.
Oh, please.
When I accepted
Holy
the
shit,
president's
Brett has been
nomination,
talking for so
after
long.
9
This is
years,
just his
it was
opening statement.
challenging.
Holy shit.
We never expected that it would devolve into this. Explaining this to our daughters has been about the worst experience of our lives.
Sweetie, if you want to go there, let's talk about when young, unarmed black men are
I
shot,
get God every day.
their organs are stolen.
For Ashley,
Did you know that when Trayvon Martin was murdered, he was kept for 3 days,
we live in a country
okay, in a hospital,
devoted to due process
and they wouldn't let the family see his
and the
body?
rule of law.
Do you know about? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about organ theft. Did you notice that that's why a lot of folks, when they're shot by guns, they shoot their bodies. They don't shoot the head because they can use all that stuff. Or I mean, they shoot their brain. They try to shoot the head so they could take the other organs. It's disgusting. Look, I don't doubt that what they do with fetuses. It's such a sad, satanistic world sometimes. It really is.
I ask you to judge me by the standard that you would want applied to your father, your husband, your brother, or your son.
Oh God, Sarah. I'm so Jesus, I'm so sorry.
No ill will toward Dr. Ford. or
It's
her
horrible. Ugh.
But I swear today, under oath, before the Senate and the nation.
I love you
before
too,
my
Sarah.
family
I
and
love you
God,
too. So much, sweetie.
I am innocent of this
And listen,
charge.
a lot of my friends, I have friends that, and now I'm done, says Brett. This guy's such an asshole.
I won't repeat what I said this morning, but we'll do it. the
Sarah,
same
as
way,
you know, I
we
have,
did for Dr. Ford.
I just want you folks to know, I really do love everyone. I have friends that are so right-wing, alt-right. I have pals who were in the Tea Party for the longest time back in the day, and they were trying to get me to work with Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin's people reached out to me, tried to get me to do a video. Listen, my belief as of right now, at this moment, is that both parties really kind of suck. Okay, so, but I just want to have engaging conversations, and my whole thing is that let's just be more open-minded and have discussions instead of just lashing out at people. But I am truly sorry, Sarah, that you've had to go through all those things. And again, the issue of abortion is one that's really tough because I see both sides. I really do. And the process of the abortion it's so hard. And that's the other thing is that folks who freely say abortion, right to abortion, no one really knows what that's like. And it is really hard. And it's just so easy to say, yeah, pro-choice, but until you're in that room getting the D&C, no one really understands. So I get it. It's just really tough.
But the questions that I will be asking you.
No.
And now, so this is the lady. This lady was interviewing Ford earlier. And now she was chosen by the GOP because she's a sexual abuse prosecutor.
Behavior.
Right on. I understand, Sarah. Here we go. What's happening here? Hello?
Have you had a chance to review it?
I have. I may refer back to it if I can.
Yes, please. I'd like to point out two specific parts. Among the examples of sexual behavior, it includes rubbing or grinding your genitals against somebody, clothed or unclothed.
Oh.
And I would also point out that the definition applies whether or not the acts were sexually motivated, or, for example, horseplay. Do you understand the definition I've given you?
I do.
And again, if at any time you need to review that, please let me know. Dr. Ford has stated that somewhere between 5 or 6 people were present at the gathering on this date.
Oh, Jesus. No, is that true?
Judge Leland Ingham at the time.
Oh, Sarah.
Now. Patrick P.J.
I mean, I haven't seen it myself, but
Dr. Ford and an unnamed boy. Do you know Mark Judge?
I do.
How do you know him?
He was a friend at Georgetown Prep starting in 9th grade.
he was my partner in crime.
Someone we, in our, group of friends, were a very friendly group in class. You saw the
Absolutely.
letters sent by my friends from Georgetown Prep. Funny guy, great writer, popular.
Great writer.
A serious addiction problem
Oh, God.
that lasted decades.
Decades.
Near death a couple times.
Oh, please.
Suffered tremendously from.
Years of drinking with
What's
you.
your relationship with him like now?
Yeah, what's it like
I
now?
haven't talked to him in a couple of years. We've probably been on
Oh,
mass emails or group emails that go around among my high school friends.
And how did you know Patrick Smith?
Satan is Satan.
Also 9th grade, Georgetown Prep.
But if we believe that anyone is Satan, then we believe that there's a God.
He and I lived close to one
And I don't think there's a God. How can there be a God?
Played football together. He was
I mean, I believe in putting faith into a religion, but did God tell those priests to molest thousands of children?
Every year.
And why doesn't God ever speak directly to anyone? Why does he always have people speak for him? I'm just so confused.
Being that, they picked me up.
Jesus, I mean, he had great sandals. That's what I know about Jesus. He had the
He lives
best
in the area. I see
sandals.
him once in a while. Haven't seen him since this thing.
Do you know Leland Ingham or Leland Kaiser?
I know of her, and it's possible I.
Thank you, Patty.
Met her in high school at some point, at some event. Yeah, I know her. I know of her. And again, I don't want to rule out having crossed paths with her in high school.
Similar to your statements about knowing Dr. Ford?
Correct.
Birkenstocks.
Judge Kavanaugh.
Yes, God speaks on Twitter. That's true.
The allegations by Dr. Ford,
Here we go.
Ms. Ramirez, and Ms. Swetnick. Is that correct?
Yes.
All 3 of these women have asked the FBI to investigate their claims.
I find I'm more of a Buddhist.
I listened carefully to what you said. Your
I put my faith in humanity and wildlife.
And if you're very confident of your position, and you appear to be, why aren't you also asking the FBI to investigate these claims?
Senator, I'll do whatever the committee wants.
1986 was such a great year. Oh my God.
I wanted to be here that day. Instead, 10 days passed.
Me
where
too,
all this
sweetie.
Nonsense is coming out.
I do too, Patty.
You know, down in gangs. I'm on boats in Rhode Island. I'm
Punk
in
rock is the best.
Colorado. You know, I'm cited all over the place.
Jesus wore Birkenstocks.
By cable news. You know, I wanted a hearing the next day. My family's been destroyed.
Have another drink.
Destroyed.
What a great drinking game this would make. Every time he drinks water, we
The
drink.
committee decides. You know, I'm
His teeth are itchy.
all in immediately.
And the terrible and hard part of this is, when we get an allegation, we're not in a position to prove it
I
or
should.
disprove it. Therefore, we have to depend on some outside authority for it.
Alyssa Milano.
And it just seemed to me then, when these allegations came forward, that you would want the FBI to investigate those claims.
Oh no!
once and for
Don't
all.
dump in your pants.
Senator, the committee investigates.
Brett.
It's not for me to
Oh,
say
did Brett
how to
poopy
do
in
it,
his
but
pants?
just so you know, the FBI doesn't reach a conclusion. They would give you a couple 302s that just tell you what we said. So I'm here. I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here the next day.
Oh,
It's
Clarence.
an outrage that I was.
Thank you
not
so.
allowed
Are you
to
just
talk
waking up or just going to bed?
Immediately defend my name and say I didn't do this and give you all this evidence. I'm not even in D.C. on the weekends. In the
Defensive
summer of
much?
1982.
Defensive much?
This happened on a weekday? Well, is it, when I'm not at a Blair High School for a summer league game? I'm not at Tobin's house working out? I'm not in a movie with Suzanne?
Oh God.
You know, I want to
Yes, Queen. Look at him. Yes.
Well, the difficult thing is that
Peace and love to Bali.
these hearings are set and set by the majority. But I'm talking about getting the evidence.
Everyone,
and
look
having
how
the
pissed he's
evidence
getting.
Looked at.
I knew this would happen.
And I don't understand. You know,
Oh,
we hear
I
from
really want to go to
the
Bali.
witnesses.
Let me tell you something, Clarence. If this guy gets put into the Supreme Court of the United States,
So all
watch
we
out,
have
Bali.
to
I think I'm going to have to move there.
You're doing it, Senator. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you're doing it. That's there's no conclusions reached.
And what you're saying, if I understand.
Absolutely, Norm.
Is that the allegations by Dr. Ford, Ms. Ramirez, and Ms. Swetnick are wrong.
Yeah, that is emphatically what I'm saying. Emphatically. The Swetnick thing is a joke. That is a farce.
Farts?
Would you like to say more about it?
No.
Okay.
Ah!
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yeah! You look like an ass. Wow, good, Diane.
Dr. Ford has described you as being intoxicated at a party. Did you consume alcohol during your high school years?
Yes, we drank beer.
Yeah.
My friends and I, the boys and girls, yes, we drank beer.
Boys and girls. You went to an old boys' school, you prick.
We drank beer. The drinking age, as I noted, was 18, so the seniors were legal. Senior year in high school, people were legal.
You were 17,
We drank-
bitch.
we drank beer. And I said sometimes probably had too many beers, and sometimes other people had too many beers.
What
We drank beer. We liked beer.
Here, let me straighten your
what do you
tie.
consider to be too many beers?
I don't know.
Haha! I don't know.
You know, whatever the chart says.
Oh my God.
On your blood alcohol chart.
Wow. He couldn't even answer that.
When you talked to Fox News the other night, you said that there were times in high school when people might have had too many beers on occasion. Does that include you?
Sure.
Sarah, you know what? No matter opposing views, we can all agree it's fun to crush a head.
Never blacked out. That's the allegation.
My real, oh gosh, well oh gosh. Do you want to know my last
In high
name?
school, after drinking, did
It's
you
really
ever
bad.
wake up in a different location than you remembered, passing out or going to sleep?
No.
Did you ever wake up?
Folks, spoiler alert, I'd say about half the old white men on this committee also went to Georgetown Prep. Just FYI. And Gorsuch also went to Georgetown Prep. And he got in. I'm reminding you folks, Neil Gorsuch got in 1, 2, 3, a conservative. Also from Georgetown Prep. Do you know why? Because he didn't fucking rape anyone or try to rape anyone. He didn't do any of these crazy things that Kavanaugh clearly did.
The vast majority of people our age at the time, but in any event, we drank beer and still do. So whatever, yeah.
During the time in high school when you would be drinking, did it ever tell you about something that you did not remember?
No.
Dr. Ford described a small gathering of people at a suburban Maryland home in the summer of 1982. She said that Mark Judge, T.J. Smith, and Leland Ingham also were present, as well as an unknown.
No, there's no evidence
And that
except in
people were
the way
drinking.
he's responding.
Were you ever at a gathering that fits that description?
No. As I said in my
Sarah, who
opening
isn't?
statements.
I'm sure he is
Dr.
too.
Ford described an incident where she was alone in a room with you and Mark Judge.
Here we go.
Have you ever been alone in a room with Dr. Ford and Mark Judge?
No.
Dr.
Now,
Ford described an incident where you were grinding your genitals on her. Have you ever ground or rubbed your genitals against Dr. Ford?
No.
where there's smoke.
Dr. Ford described an incident where you covered her mouth with your hand. Have you ever covered Dr. Ford's mouth with your hand?
No.
Dr. Ford described an incident where you tried to remove her clothes. Have you ever tried to remove her clothes?
No.
Yes.
Referring back to the definition of sexual behavior that I have given you, have you ever at any time engaged in sexual behavior with Dr. Ford?
No.
Yes.
Have you ever engaged in sexual behavior with Dr. Ford, even if it was consensual?
I will,
No.
sweetie. I can't do it right now.
I want to talk about your
But I will.
calendars. You submitted to the committee copies of the handwritten calendars that you've talked about for the months of May, June, July, and August of 1982. You have them in front of you.
I do.
Did you create these calendars in the sense of all the handwriting that's on them?
Oh, my
Yes.
dad created calendars
Is it
too.
exclusively your handwriting?
Yes.
When did you make these entries?
Last night.
In 1982.
Has anything been changed for those since 1982?
No.
Where there's smoke, there's
Do
fire.
these calendars represent your plans for each day, or do they document, in other words, prospectively, or do they document what actually occurred, more like a diary?
They're both forward-looking and backward-looking, as you can tell by looking at them, because I cross out certain doctor's appointments that didn't happen, or one night where I was supposed to lift weights, I crossed that out. 'Cause
Lift
I
weights.
obviously didn't make it that night, so you can see things that I didn't do crossed out in retrospect, and also when I list the specific people who I was with, that is likely backward-looking.
This motherfucker wants us to believe that he still has his calendars from high school.
You said.
Mhm.
That's why you kept them. In other words, you wrote on them, but why did you keep them
Yeah.
until this time?
Well, he's kept them too, since 1978, so
What?
He's a good role model.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't talking to you, honey. Look, that lady left.
15-minute break.
Here's a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kavanaugh. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kavanaugh. Give me a break. Let's take a break. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a roofie. Now listen, folks, I just don't really believe his testimony right now. I'm not being biased, I'm just listening to the way he's reacting, and I find his father keeping a calendar, and his keeping a calendar is completely irrelevant. Doesn't mean anything. I think he's coming off as really defensive. I think when he came out strong. He was obviously told that you gotta be strong, you gotta tell them to go fly a kite because this is your nomination we're talking about here, so be credible. He was pretty soft when he and his wife were on Fox. So when he first came out right now, he was definitely very powerful, and I think his raising his voice and crying helped his case for coming off as credible. However, I don't think that he's gonna do a good job at this. I think he's gonna start buckling. I think when we come back from the break, he's gonna have a lot more questions, and he's not doing a good job. But he did a fine job, I guess, with his opening statement. But now that they're starting to ask him questions, Dianne Feinstein really made him look stupid, I gotta say. And this lady, who the GOP has selected to ask some questions, she's doing a great job. I mean, she was great with Ford, and so far, I don't know out there who any of you honey badgers watching saw Ford before this, but I don't know. She's looking way more credible than this guy. This guy's crying, drinking water, talking about weightlifting, talking about his friends. Not strong enough. I mean, it's strong only because he's raising his voice. You felt that it was fake? Yeah, I don't, it's funny. I mean, I believed her. I totally believed her. The thing is this. Dr. Ford is a scientist. Her life, her career has been based on facts and science. The fact that she went to couples therapy with her husband years ago and brought this up, I mean, how did she know that in the future Kavanaugh, her attacker, would be nominated? I mean, as far as I know, scientists don't lie. Sure, a few of them did at the time the towers came down, but those were really engineers. And then since that time, a lot of engineers have come out and said that it felt like an implosion, what do you call it? Detonation. It was detonated. Look, it's weird that Ford and these other women have come forward. They have to believe. They have to be believed. I don't think that this is a smear. Because again, Neil Gorsuch was not smeared. Please, folks, you got to realize, Neil Gorsuch is probably more conservative than Brett Kavanaugh. And he had no problems getting in. Okay? No one came forward. No one said, oh boy, he's terrible. Yeah, your profession has zero to do with how truthful you are. That's true, but I just don't see any reason why a scientist would sit down with her therapist and her husband, 6 years ago, and describe this situation. That doesn't make any sense. Of course, there are certain things you don't forget. I mean, listen, or maybe there are. Donald Trump Jr. was at college when his father came to pick him up to go to a Yankee game. He came in and said, get dressed. And he punched him, he smacked him down to the ground, and he said, meet me in the limo. Okay, did that happen? Yeah, it did. There were witnesses who saw Donald Trump Jr. get smacked to the ground by Donald Trump. But I believe that that's something he's tried to forget. There are some cases in which you try to forget and some... Boo! Ted Turkey! You're gonna lose! You're gonna lose! All these fuckers are gonna lose come November. I mean, that's what's going on here. That's what's happening. I believe her too. Yeah, no, for real. That story is absolutely true. Ted Turkey! Ted Turkey, the sellout. Hey, didn't your dad try to kill JFK, according to President Donald Trump? It's the Zodiac Killer, Ted Cruz. So I believe her, and I again, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, Sarah, when 3 women came out and said Cosby drugged me and raped me, were you like, oh, please, there's no way? You see what I'm saying? The problem is there have been a few, not many, but a few instances in which proposed victims have been known to lie. Okay, like at the college, Pennsylvania, it turned out that those accusations were incorrect and not true. I remember, of course, because I'm really old, Tawana Brawley. Do y'all remember Tawana Brawley when she said I was gang raped and I had feces smeared on me, and that was all a lie? And it is a good thing to keep your mind open, absolutely. However, if we run on the theory that if 3 women came forward and said, hey, Harvey Weinstein raped me, and we believed them, and 3 women came forward and said, hey, Bill Cosby drugged and raped me, and then more came out and we believed them, why? Why are we now at this time questioning these victims who have come forward about Brett Kavanaugh? Hi, Connor. Hi, Wilson. How you doing? Shout out to all my honey badgers watching this cray political stuff happening. I mean, it is just fierce. And while all this is going on, we're dropping bombs. We just, our president just confirmed budget spending, which is going to give more billions of dollars to our military. We're also listening to whatever Netanyahu says, because I think secretly Donald Trump is a bit of a Zionist. I don't know. But I don't know. It just seems so weird. That's right. You know, you have to keep an open mind because it is innocent until proven guilty. But, folks, this is not a criminal trial. This is not a criminal trial. This is for us and them to see how Kavanaugh responds to all this and whether or not we could go forward and put him in based upon their testimonies today. So, you know, it's not like, listen, what they should be asking Kavanaugh when they come back out, yeah, politics stress me out too. What they ought to do when they come back out is say, okay, Brett Kavanaugh, let's say you didn't do this. Do you feel that your accusers have the right to step forward? Have victims the responsibility and the right to come forward no matter the length of time that has passed? And let's see what he says to that. That's what they have to ask him. We have to see how he feels about others who have notably and with evidence been victims of sexual abuse. Q, oh my gosh, honey, Sarah, you know who Q is, right? Hello, Q is Dan Scavino. That's right, oh my God. Dan Scavino, who used to be Trump's golf caddy. I mean, what evidence do you have that he's not? Dan Scavino is Q. No, I don't know. They haven't been doing so well lately. Q was a thing set up by Dan Scavino, and then once it caught fire, he let it go. And the whole idea was to have this independent culture run with it and to, you know, play armchair detective and to do their own things. Dan Scavino is a genius. He's a social media genius. He used to be Trump's caddy. Then Trump put him in charge of his golf courses. And when he decided to run for president, Dan Scavino contacted his kids, Eric and Junior, and said, listen, I want to be part of this. So they said, absolutely. Trump called him in and said, yeah, you could be my social media guy. There are many instances in which Dan Scavino tweets for the president, and he's absolutely a high-ranking White House official who has security clearance, and a lot of the stuff is coming from him. It's all crazy town. It's absolutely crazy town. Who cares about bullies that are bullied? You know, it's time to bully the bullies, I say. Someone said recently, when they go low, kick them in the nuts. You know, the stuff that Michelle Obama and Barack are walking around town now saying, hey, they're going low and we got to be better than that. Go high. Nope, it doesn't work anymore. These Democrats have to take their chins off their fucking chests, grow up, face facts, and give us decent candidates. That's it. That's it. The Democratic Party still has their chin on the chest from the loss, still can't believe that Hillary lost. They're still pushing this Russia story, and whether or not there is Russia collusion or not, get with it. We have elections coming up. We have to vote for a president again soon. And you better not just hand us Cory Booker. Cory Booker's not going to win. I'm so sorry. But Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi got to find their backbones. That whole party is a mess. And now with Keith Ellison being brought up on charges of being abusive towards his partner, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I like Cory Booker. The problem is he's in the pocket of Big Pharma. You know, it's like a lot of these Democrats, a lot of these Republicans, they say one thing, but we know where their legions lie. That's why I love folks like Cortez. I love Gillum. We need new change. We need to end the corruption. There's just so much corruption on both sides. It's insane. And the problem is, it's just been ongoing. So, in other words, as long as you keep the corruption going, it's going to continue. No one's going to stop it. So it's like you have to keep going. Farticus. Everybody within politics that even cry about... Yeah, it's so true. It's like... Listen. Until big lobbyists and money is truly out of politics, we will never see or feel the truth. That's it. And this schmuck says he's going to drain the swamp. He hasn't done anything. No one's been arrested. He hasn't done anything. He's part of the swamp. He's part of the swamp. Donald Trump doesn't care about getting rid of people in the swamp. He's in that goddamn swamp. He's making money. He and his family are making money from entities outside of politics. A clear conflict of interest as soon as he put his ass in the Oval Office. And listen, folks, the writing was on the wall. As soon as he got into office and he debated about the size of the inauguration crowd, you knew we were fucked. You knew it. That was the beginning of it. At the very beginning, he told us, no, it was the most ever. As soon as that happened, I was like, yep, here we go. This is all going to be bullshit. All going to be bullshit. And that's the reality. All anyone really cares about is money. Oh, no, we're just talking about corruption and how both parties suck. And how these Democrats better get their chin off the chest and present us actual candidates. Good candidates, good people. They can't... Listen, you lost if you just start... if you give us Joe Biden. You lost it. No one needs Joe Biden right now. We need young, smart people who actually care about our country. It's time to get compassion back. The other reason why I don't like Brett Kavanaugh is, does anyone remember during his hearings when Fred Guttenberg went over to him to try to shake his hand, he lost his daughter in the school shooting, and Brett Kavanaugh just looked at him and walked away. So fuck Brett Kavanaugh. Are you kidding me? Fuck Brett Kavanaugh. Listen, Joe Biden may be creepy, but he's been in politics and knows how to play the game for a long time. Long time. And I like his policies. Is he creepy? Sure. But you know what? Spoiler alert. They're all creepy. They're all creepy. All these fucking people are creepy. The only ones who don't give me the creeps are Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. But unfortunately, no one, this country's not ready for a Jewish president. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. And I'm Jewish. Not that I subscribe to Judaism, but I like Bernie very much. But look what the Democratic Party did to him. Unbelievable. We must, well, I'm a Catholic Jew, so I'm very confused. Imagine the guilt I have being a Catholic Jew. We have to get rid of all these people in November. All of them. All these suckers.
Senator Leahy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh my gosh, Australian.
Before and again today that Mark Judge was a close
Not cultural, Catholic.
Now, Dr. Ford, as you know, has said that he was in
Australian politics is nuts.
She also says you were too.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, the FBI has never interviewed him. We've not been able to have his attendance here. The chairman refuses to call him. If she's saying Mark Judge was in the room then...
Religion ruins everything though, honey. It causes war, it kills people.
Would you want?
It's the reason why priests feel unable to molest children.
Senator,
I love the theory of religion, and I believe that it's good to have faith in something,
Would you want him?
but too much bloodshed has occurred because of
he's already
religion.
provided sworn testimony to the committee. This allegation's been hidden by the committee, by members of the committee.
It has not been investigated by the FBI. The committee has refused to allow it to be.
It was dropped on me, it was sprung.
It was not investigated by the FBI, and he has not been called where he might be under.
Should have been handled in the due course, Senator.
That's like me. I believe in Bryce Harper, but I'm not a Washington Nationals fan.
44 years, both Republicans and Democrats. I've never seen somebody that critical and not allowed to be here to called to be testified or an FBI background. But
He's provided sworn testimony, and Senator, let me finish. The allegation came in weeks ago, and nothing was done with it by
Yes.
the member, and then it sprung
Keep
on me.
religion out of government.
You say it over and over again, and I have that well in mind.
I love all religions too. Just don't shove it down my throat and don't get involved in politics. A lot of my pals are Muslim. A lot of my pals are Christian. Jews. I mean, it is what it is. Have your faith. Just don't kill people.
Your knowledge is that you that he's talking about.
I'll explain if you let me
Oh.
Proceed, please.
Mark Judge was a friend of ours in high school who developed a very serious drinking problem, an addiction problem.
Cry.
That lasted decades and was
Thank you,
very
Rebecca.
difficult for him to escape from. And he nearly died.
He did?
Then he had leukemia as well, on top of it. Now, as part of his therapy, or part of his coming to grips with sobriety, he wrote
My
a
last
book
name is terrible.
that is a fictionalized book and an account. I think he picked out names of friends of ours to throw them in as kind of close to what for characters in the book. So you know, we can sit here.
We don't know whether that's you or not.
We can sit here and make fun of some guy who has an addiction. I don't think that really makes it's really good.
What?
A straight answer from you under oath. Are you Brian Kavanaugh that he's referring to? Yes or no?
So you'd have to ask him.
Well, we
I
can't.
agree with you there. And that's
Subpoena
why
him.
that the chairman had him here under oath. Now, you talked about your yearbook.
He's getting so angry.
In your yearbook, you talked about drinking and sexual exploits, did you not?
Yep.
Sarah, let me take a step back and explain high school.
You do it.
I was number 1 in the class.
And I thought,
No.
I thought one of the
I got this up. I'm gonna talk about my high school. No. I'm gonna talk about my high school record. If you're gonna sit here and mock me.
I think we were all very fair to Dr. Ford. Shouldn't we be just as fair to Judge Kavanaugh?
I busted my butt in academics. I always tried to do the best I could. So I recall I finished 1 in the class, first, freshman and junior year, right up at the top with Steve Clark.
And hello, his frat at Yale has been removed for chanting.
The varsity basketball team.
Yes means no. No means yes. Yes means anal. That was the frat group he was part of.
Did my service projects at the school, which involved going to the soup kitchen downtown. Let me finish. And going to tutor intellectually disabled kids at the Rockville Library. Went to church. And yes, we got together with our friends.
You did that while drunk?
Does this yearbook reflect your focus on academics and your respect for women? That's easy, yes or no. You don't have to filibuster the answer. Does it reflect your focus on...
I already said the yearbook in my opening statement. The yearbook is obviously...
Just wait a minute. He's asked the question. I'll give you time to answer it.
The yearbook, as I said in my opening statement, was something where the students and editors made a decision to treat some of it as farce and some of it as exaggeration, some of it celebrating things that don't reflect the things that were really the central part of our school. Yes, we went to parties, though. Yes, of course, we went to parties, and the yearbook page describes that and kind of makes fun of it. And as it,
Let's all keep in mind his friend Mark Judge in his yearbook on his page said women should be struck like gongs. A quotation from Noel Coward. Women should be hit like gongs, struck like gongs.
Calendars there.
I do.
I would like you to look at the July 1st entry.
Yes.
The entry says, and I quote, "Go to Timmy's for skis with Judge, Tom, PJ, Bernie, and Squeak."
Squeak.
Look online, sweetie.
What does
His yearbook pages are online.
And to whom?
Mark Judge's page says women should be struck like gongs.
Tobin's house workout. So that's one of the football workouts that we would have that Dr. Finizio would run for guys on the football team during the summer. So we would be there. That's usually 6 to 8 or so.
And look this online. Look, I encourage everyone to look this up online. Look up the writings and the articles from Mark Judge. He has one article which questions whether or not women ask for sexual abuse and rape because of the way they dress. No joke. It's online. He also has articles about how all homosexuals are perverts. Look online. Look online at Mark Judge's work.
Is Squeak?
He is.
And keep in mind that this guy, Brett Kavanaugh, just said that Mark Judge is a great writer. Look online at his work.
Parties or gatherings of friends in your calendar.
Yes, it certainly appears that way. That's what I was doing in the summer of 1980.
Articles, honey. Sarah, please go online and just Google search Mark Judge articles and read them. It's shocking. It is so shocking.
Yes, because I documented everything, those kinds of events, even small get-togethers. August 7th is another good example where I documented a small get-together.
Excellent.
So, yes.
August 7th, could you read that?
I think that's go to Becky's, Matt, Denise, Lori, Jenny.
Have you reviewed every entry that is in these calendars of May, June, July, and August of 1982?
I have.
Is there anything that could even remotely fit what we're talking about in terms of Dr. Ford's allegations?
No.
What?
As a lawyer and a judge, we've talked about the FBI, are you aware that this type of offense would actually be investigated by local police?
Yes, I mentioned Montgomery County Police earlier, yes.
Okay.
Are you aware that in Maryland, there is no statute of limitations that would prohibit you being charged? Even if this
Oh!
happened in 1982.
Wow!
That's my understanding.
I didn't know that.
Have you at any time been contacted by any members of local police agencies regarding this matter?
No, ma'am.
Prior to your nomination for Supreme Court, you talked about all of the female clerks you've had and the women that you've...
FYI, he's wearing a blue tie to prove that he's impartial.
Have you ever been accused either
Kavanaugh don't
formally
care.
or informally of unwanted sexual behavior?
No.
And when I say informally, I mean just a female complaints. It doesn't have to be to anybody else but you.
No.
No.
Since Dr. Ford's allegation was made public, how many times have you been interviewed by the committee?
Great question.
It's been a 3 or 4. I'm trying to remember now. These new things, absurd as they are, we get on the phone and kind of go through them.
So have you submitted 2 interviews specifically about Dr. Ford's allegation?
Yes.
And what about Deborah Ramirez's allegation that
Yes.
you waived your...
Thank you so much for being here, Rebecca.
Yes.
What about Julie Swetnick's allegation that you repeatedly engaged in drugging and gang raping or allowing women to be gang raped?
Yes.
Yes, he did
I've
that.
been interviewed about it.
Oh!
Answers that you gave to the committee in these various interviews.
Yes, ma'am.
Please be a moment of time.
Senator Durbin. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge Kavanaugh, earlier today, Dr. Christine Ford sat in that same chair. And under oath, she said clearly and unequivocally that she was the victim of sexual assault at your hands. She answered our questions directly,
Go,
and
Dick.
she didn't flinch at the prospect of submitting herself to an FBI investigation of these charges.
Do it.
We know, and I'm sure she's been advised by our attorneys, that a person lying to the FBI can face criminal prosecution. You have clearly and unequivocally denied that you assaulted Dr. Ford. With that statement, you must believe that there is no credible evidence or any credible witness that can prove otherwise.
I love the love here, folks. Thank
started
you.
off with an
I love the
impassioned
love.
statement at the beginning, and I can try to imagine what you have been through and your family's been through.
A minority whip is someone who's just like, correct that whip.
I'm sure I would.
Get the pass a slap.
And in the course of it, you said,
He's a
any
cat.
kind of investigation. I quote you.
More like a
"I welcome
cannonball.
any kind of investigation." I've got a suggestion for you. Right now, turn to your left in the front row to Don McGahn, counsel to President Donald Trump. Ask him to suspend this hearing and nomination process until the FBI completes its investigation of the charges made by Dr. Ford and others,
Yes!
and goes to bring the witnesses forward
Yes!
and provides that information to this hearing. Well, I'm sure that the chairman at that point will understand that that is a reasonable request to finally put to rest these charges if they are
Yes!
false, or approve them if they are not. You spent 2 years in the White House office that approved judicial nominees. You turn to the FBI over and over and over again for their work. Let's bring them in here.
Yeah!
Turn to Don McGahn and tell him it's time to get this done.
Yes!
An FBI investigation is the only way to answer some of these questions.
Yeah!
Stop the clock. This committee is running this hearing. Not the White House, not Don McGahn, not even you as a nominee. We are here today because Dr. Ford asked for an opportunity here. I know you did too as well. In fact, maybe even before she did.
Fuck you.
We're here because people wanted to be heard from charges that they all thought were unfair, or activities like sexual assault was unfair.
You want some Viagra?
I'm sure, Senator Durbin, regardless of what you say to Senator Don McGahn, we're not suspending this hearing. Proceed to answer the question, or whatever.
What a prick.
If the gentleman,
I'll just say this. If you, Judge Kavanaugh, turned down McGahn and
Yep,
disconnected
his.
and say, for the sake of my reputation,
Yeah, the grumpy number.
I am not going to be an obstacle to
That
the
joke was
FBI
terrible. Ha 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 ha
I
ha.
would hope that all the members of the committee would join me in saying
The
we're
two
going to
old men
abide
from
by your
Absolutely.
wishes, and we will have that investigation.
I welcome whatever the committee wants to do, because I'm telling the truth.
I want to know what you want to do.
I'm telling the
I
truth.
want to know what you want to do,
I'm
Judge.
innocent. I'm innocent of this charge.
And you're prepared for an FBI
They
investigation?
don't reach conclusions. You reach the conclusion.
No, but they do investigate questions.
I'm
And you
innocent.
can't have it both ways, Judge. You
Yeah!
can't say here at the beginning,
I wanted to
Nation
hear.
moment,
Look,
I
this
welcome
thing-
any kind of investigation.
This thing was
and then
sprung on me.
This.
This thing was sprung at the last minute after being held by staff. You know.
Judge,
Held for a hearing immediately.
if there is no truth to her charges, the FBI investigation will show that.
Yeah.
Or are you afraid that they might not?
Yeah.
come on, say
The
what?
FBI does not reach. You know that's a funny question, because the FBI doesn't reach conclusions. They just provide the 302s. With 302s, so I can explain to people who don't know what that is. They just go and do what you're doing, ask questions, and then type up a report. They don't reach the bottom line conclusion.
This morning I asked Dr. Ford, I asked her about this incident where she ran into Mark Judge at Safeway. And she said, sure, I remember.
We all
this
do,
3
sweetie.
weeks after this occurrence. Well,
I want to
so
smoke a
Washington
blunt
Post went in and
with
took
Jeff
Mr.
Sessions.
Judge's book
Is that so wrong?
And has been able to, the run that he wrote about his addiction and his alcoholism. And they have
Water.
narrowed down what they think was a period of time, 6 or 8 weeks after the event. And he would have been working at the Safeway at that point. So the point I'm getting to is, we at least can connect some dots here and get some information. Why would you resist that
Here's some
kind of
dots.
investigation?
Rectum, I hardly touched him.
I wanted the hearing last week.
I'm asking about the FBI investigation.
The committee figures out how to ask the questions. I'll do whatever. I've been on the phone multiple times with the committee counsel. I'll talk to.
Judge Kavanaugh, will you support an FBI
Oh,
investigation
sweetie.
right now?
I would too, Smoking Dutch. Let's just split open that backwoods and go to the zoo. And we'll talk all about the animals.
You want to answer?
Look, Senator. I've
He's defensive.
I said I wanted a hearing, and I said I was welcome anything. I'm innocent. This thing was held when it could have been presented
Beheld?
in an ordinary way. It could have been held and handled confidentially at first, which was what Dr. Ford's wishes were, as I understand it, and wouldn't have caused this, like, destroyed my family like this effort had.
It's not about you.
I think an FBI investigation will help all of us on both sides of the issue.
Yes.
Senator Graham asked for the floor, but before he does, it seems to me that
Let the
if you want
FBI.
something,
Let the
you have to
FBI look
try
into
to get
it.
To ask him, and secondly, if you want an FBI report, you can
She
ask
has
for it
family
yourself.
too.
I've asked for FBI
Her family's been
reports in the
threatened
past.
too.
In the 38 years I've been in the Senate, Senator Graham.
That's what's so crazy. Everyone's being attacked.
At 9:23, on the night of July the 9th, the day you were nominated to the Supreme Court
I love it.
by President
I
Trump,
love it.
Senator Schumer said, 23 minutes after your nomination, I will oppose Judge Kavanaugh's nomination with everything I have.
It's just so
A
sad.
bipartisan, I hope a bipartisan majority will do the same. The stakes are simply too high
Yep.
for anything less.
That's right, Norm.
Well, if you weren't aware of it, you are now. Did you meet with Senator Dianne Feinstein on August 20th?
I did meet with Senator Feinstein.
Did you know that her staff had already recommended a lawyer to Dr. Ford?
I did not know that.
Did you know that her and her staff had this allegations for over 20 days?
I did not know that at the time.
If you wanted an FBI investigation, you could have come to us. What you want to do is destroy this guy's life, hold this seat open.
They
and
tried,
listen
you
to the
asshole,
truth.
and you wouldn't let
said
them.
that, not me. You've got nothing to apologize for. When you see Sotomayor and Kagan, tell them that Lindsay said all, because I voted for them. I would never do to them what you've done to this guy. This is the most unethical
What?
scam since I've been in politics.
Oh my God.
If you really wanted to know the truth, you sure as hell wouldn't have done what you done to this guy. Are you a gang rapist?
No.
Have you ever witnessed gang rape?
I can't
Ask him that.
What you and your family have gone through.
Okay, Lindsey Graham, this is really the worst you've seen? Not going to Iraq and having war there for the past 17 years? This is worse. Okay.
Acting Dr. Ford. None. She's as much of a victim as you are. God, I hate to say it because these have been my friends. But let me tell you, when it comes to this, you're looking for a fair process, you came to the wrong town at the wrong time, my friend.
What are you talking about?
Do you consider this a job interview?
The advice and consent role is like a job.
You consider that you've been through a job interview.
I've been through a process of advice and consent under the Constitution.
FYI, if any of you out there had a job interview and someone came in and said, oh, this person raped me and they sexually assaulted me, do you think your employer would hire you?
Plenty of good people to come forward because of this crap. Your high school yearbook.
Oh, go take some Viagra, you piece of shit.
Professional women all your life, not one accusation. You're supposed to be Bill Cosby when you're a junior and senior in high school. And all of a sudden you got over it. Spend my...
Yeah, but Sarah, haven't you noticed that when Neil Gorsuch came up, there was none of this? That's my point. There was none of this. There's a reason why they're doing this. Yeah, absolutely they need evidence in America. Absolutely. But it's kind of hard when it's, how can you prove this? What he's accused of, attempted rape.
Unquestioned, he is the very circumspect in his personal conduct.
Bottom line is, Sarah, I don't know how you can, I don't know if you feel comfortable knowing that in this country, if something, God forbid, happens to you, chances are you're not going to be believed. Because it's a patriarchal system and only old white men run it. And no one has Graham needs some opioids. And Viagra. I'm just saying, look, women are rarely believed. That it's not about if this actually happened or not. It's whether or not women can ever feel comfortable coming forward.
I hope you're on the Supreme Court. That's exactly where you should be. And I hope that the American people will see through this charade.
I don't.
And I wish you well. And I intend to vote for you. And I hope everybody who's fair-minded will.
There is a shock.
Senator, what
There's a
about-
shocker. You can't.
Let things settle a little bit after that?
Yeah, Lindsey Graham's a bitch.
We'll take a 60-second break.
No, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead.
Good.
Mr. Whitehouse.
One of the reasons, Mr. Kavanaugh, that we are looking at the yearbook is...
Absolutely, I agree with you, Smoking Dutch, but here's the thing. Our society picks and chooses its battles. For instance, oh, Louis C.K., come on, he should get a pass. He's such a funny guy. Everyone loves him. But Harvey Weinstein, definitely let's ruin his career. Oh, Kevin Spacey, let's definitely ruin his career. We pick and choose our battles. We pick and choose who we're going to fucking believe and who we're not. And that shit is just insane. It's all kangaroo court of opinion, and the problem is the Me Too movement has not fully left the Hollywood environment. And so now that we see it leaving the environment and going into other industries, other aspects of society, no one knows how to deal with it.
Your book, how about it, Senator?
Let's look at Beach Week Ralph Club biggest contributor. What does the word Ralph mean in that
that probably refers to throwing up. I'm known to have a weak stomach, and I always have. In fact, the last time I was here, you asked me about having ketchup on spaghetti.
Absolutely, that's a great point. That's a perfect example. It is so complicated.
You did, someone did, and this is well known. Anyone who's known me, like,
Oh my God, Sarah.
Known me my whole life. No, you know, I got a weak stomach, whether it's with beer or with spicy food or anything.
So the vomiting that you reference in the Ralph Club reference related to
Here we go.
the consumption of alcohol.
Here we go.
Sarah, I was the top of my class.
I do too, Sarah.
Busted my butt.
95% of most cases that go before a court settle for a plea bargain, a guilty plea, because it's easier for someone, even if they're innocent, to fucking spend 10 days in jail than to fight the system. That's how pathetic our system is. 95% of most cases just automatically bump to a guilty plea, so it's easier for everyone, even if you're innocent. That's pathetic.
Judge, have you, I don't know if it's buffed or boofed, how do you pronounce that?
That refers to flatulence. We were 16.
Okay. And so when your friend Mark Judge said put the same thing in his yearbook page back to you, he had the same meaning. It was flatulence.
I don't know what he did, but that's my recollection. When we talk about flatulence at age 16 on a yearbook page,
Due process is dead. Yet, at the same time, people should be heard.
Renata, I don't know how you pronounce that. That's the proper name of an individual, you know?
And being heard does not mean going ahead and destroying someone before we know the facts.
correct.
Okay. And then after that,
But my whole thing is, yo, they really needed 50 women to come forward to get Cosby? Come on. That's ridiculous.
A bunch of us went to dances with her. She hung out with us as a group. The media circus.
We pick and choose our battles.
This thought it reported that it referred to sex.
And I'm just angry because meanwhile, all this stupid shit and he said, she said, all this attempted rape and misogyny and sexism and racism, and no one gives a fuck about our wildlife. That's what really has me angry, folks. For anyone watching, that's what has me angry. You know what? Do you know what I care more than this? I care about the fact that there are less than 20,000 African penguins left on this goddamn planet.
You ever play quarters?
no.
Okay, it's a quarters game.
Ann Doherty's.
As you can tell from my calendar, she had a party on the 4th of July in the beach in Delaware.
And there are like one, two,
These motherfuckers taking our tax money to see if this guy's fit or not, dropping bombs in fucking other countries, assisting in the genocide in Yemen, and fucking lions may be extinct in 10 years? Fuck you. That's how I feel. Fuck you. You pay all the attention to this and bombs and this and fucking poverty and rape and da da da, and there are fucking less polar bears on this planet than there are cars. Than there are fucking cars in this country. Talk to me about this bullshit. Sick of it.
anyway, or who won that game anyway. Should we draw any conclusion that a loss of recollection associated with
it makes me so angry.
You not knowing who won the games that you attended?
No. First of all, the Georgetown Louisville was watching it on TV, a party, and
That's not inconsistent with drinking and not remembering what happened.
I'm aware.
Absolutely.
And the point of, both was we, in essence,
They tried to kill. It took that judge to say no. You can't reverse the protection of grizzly bears. You can't go fucking hunt them.
very common.
Jesus Christ. Without compassion, they would fucking be killing off grizzly bears right now.
Done that or not, but that's what we were referring to.
If you hunt and you feed your family, I love you. I'm with you. I get it. But if you're hunting and you're putting a fucking head on your wall, if you're hunting and then you just leave and the carcass is there, go fuck yourself.
Scandal for the United States Senate.
But since poachers don't have any fucking lives and they have no other way to make income, they have to do what they have to do. That's what sucks. Kidding me? The only way that people in Africa can fucking survive is by poaching. That's the only way that they're able to feed their fucking families is by bringing white schmucks, white males from other countries around for canned hunts to kill species that are already dying and nearly endangered. Fuck you. Fuck you. And we're losing bees because of all these goddamn chemicals that they put, and we're fucking ruining our farming system. Our agriculture is in the fucking tank. God damn it.
Released a bombshell accusing you of gang rape. All of those are crimes, are they not?
They are, and I'm never going to get my reputation back. My life is totally.
Thank you, Smoking Dutch. Let's do it.
Altered.
Well, Judge, don't give up.
I'm not giving up.
The American people are listening to this, and they will make their decision, and I think you'll come out on the right side of that.
Well, I will always be a good person and try to be a good judge, whatever happens. But
This is not a job interview. You've been accused of a crime. If you have lied to the committee and the investigators, that is a crime in and of itself, correct?
that is correct.
So in order to vote against your nomination, we would have to conclude that you are a serial liar.
You're all committing crimes for not protecting our wildlife and not protecting our children. Thousands of children go missing a day, and we're sitting here wondering if this guy's fit for the Supreme Court. Protect our children, you assholes.
Tonight about a fair process. Some
Can't
of my
stand
colleagues
it.
across the aisle say, well, the burden
No
is on
priorities.
the accuser because this is a job interview. The burden is on you, but you said you weren't there and it didn't happen. It's impossible for you to prove a negative.
They have, absolutely.
So I would just suggest that you have.
Yeah, you know what? You know who else? You know who else has gone through hell? Snow leopards. Snow leopards have gone through hell too. Okay.
Our notion of fair play means that the people who make an accusation.
And Ford's family's gone through hell also.
Evidence. Isn't that?
I mean, who the fuck wakes up in the morning and says, you know what? I just want the world to know that the nomination for Supreme Court tried to rape me, and it's going to be completely cool. They'll dox me. They'll find out where I live. There'll be threats against my family. I can't wait. Why not? It'll be fun. And why? Just because I don't want him. I just don't want him on the Supreme Court. So I figured, you know what? I'll lie and just try to get him out, because even if there's a suspicion, because today there's no due process, everyone will believe me. I'm a victim, and I just really want to be tarnished. What? What?
If somebody's going to make that accusation against you, then they need to come forward with some corroboration, not just allegations. And you're right to be angry about the delay.
Meanwhile, no one talks about how Rennett, one of the 65 women who signed a letter saying that he was a good guy, recently says she wished she didn't sign it because all over his yearbook, they mock her. And they make fun of her. They make fun for, like, their conquest with her. The Rennett alumni. What's up with that? What's up with that?
Credible story accusing you of the most sordid and salacious conduct. It's outrageous. And you're right to be angry.
He should be angry.
But this is your chance to tell your story, and I hope you have a chance to tell us everything you want to tell us, but the burden is not on you to disprove the allegations made. The burden under our system, when you accuse somebody of criminal conduct, is on the person making the accusation.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand this isn't a trial, like I said, but I just wanted to make sure that we understood. It's hard to reconstruct what happened 36 years ago.
And
I
that's the
appreciate
problem.
what you said about
And that's the
Dr.
problem. It's
Ford.
hard to reconstruct what happened 36
Perhaps you
years
guys
ago.
had an incident at some point in her life, and you are sympathetic to that, but your reputation is on the line, and I hope people understand the gravity of the charges made against you and what a fair process.
Gravity is
looks
such a
like.
good movie, right?
Senator Klobuchar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge.
Oh my gosh.
Talking here about decency and
Speaking of Canada, Canada has oh my God, we're at such war with Canada.
came forward
All right, this is going to be good. Listen to this.
that I needed to look at this, and I needed to find out about it, and I needed to ask you questions about it, as well as others that were
Here we go.
So, again, I'm not going to take quite the same approach as my colleagues here, talk about Don McGahn or any of this. Why don't you just ask the president? Dr. Ford can't do this. We clearly haven't been able to do this. But just ask the president to reopen the FBI investigation.
I think the committee is you're doing the investigation. I'm here to answer your questions.
No.
And I should say one thing, Senator Klobuchar.
This isn't an investigation.
I appreciate our meeting
Thank you.
together, and I appreciate how you handled the prior hearing, and I have a lot of respect for you.
Well,
I mean, the Why I Didn't Report movement on Twitter is heavy.
you
This is
could
dark.
actually just get this open so that we can talk to these witnesses and the FBI can do it instead of us. And you come before us, but we have people like Mark Judge, who Dr. Ford says was a witness to this. We have this polygraph expert that my colleagues were raising issues about the polygraph. We would like to have that person come before us.
Yeah.
I just think if we could open this
He's defensive.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I guess I am. But Mark
Sarah.
Judge has provided sworn statements saying this didn't happen and that I never did or would do.
But we would like the FBI to be able to follow up and ask him questions.
Yes.
You know, we talked about past nomination processes, and you talked about those, and I know that President George Bush,
P-tape.
in the Anita Hill Justice Thomas case, he opened up the FBI investigation and let questions be asked, and I think it was helpful for people. So,
Yeah.
was his decision reasonable?
I don't know the circumstances of that. What I know, Senator Thomas.
How can you not know the
Because
circumstances of that?
Are that he opened up the investigation, so the FBI.
Oh my God.
That's what he opened up the background check.
I'm here to answer questions about my yearbook or about, what I.
Okay.
and
that's- I'm-
What?
Or,
Okay,
something like that.
I'm here to answer questions about my yearbook.
So most people have done some drinking in high school and college, and many people even struggle with alcoholism and binge drinking. My
Yeah.
own dad struggled with alcoholism most of his life, and he got in trouble for it, and there were consequences.
There you go.
He is still in AA at age 90, and he's sober. And in his words, he was pursued by grace, and that's how he got through this. So in your case, you have said here and other places that you never drank so much that you didn't remember what happened. But yet, we have heard, not under oath, but we have heard your college roommate say that you did drink frequently, these are in news reports, that you would sometimes be belligerent. Another classmate said it's not credible for you to say you didn't have memory lapses. So drinking is one thing.
I actually don't think that's the second quote's correct. On the first quote, if you wanted, I
Quotation.
provided some material that's still redacted about the situation with the freshman year roommate, and I don't really want to repeat that in a public hearing, but just so you know, there were 3 people in a room, Dave White, Jamie Roach, and me, and it was a contentious situation where Jamie did not like Dave White at all, and I mean this.
Okay.
So from the home one weekend, Jamie Roach had moved
Shut up!
Okay.
out into the
Shut up!
courtyard.
Okay.
And so he walks in, and so that's your source on that. So there's some old.
Oh, God!
And there's much more. You look at the redacted board portion of what I
Shut
said.
up!
All right, in the public
I
hearing.
will. Can I just ask one more question?
Redacted information about that.
Okay, drinking is one thing, but the concern is about truthfulness. And in your written testimony, you said sometimes you had too many drinks. Was there ever a time when you drank so much that you couldn't remember what happened or part of what happened the night before?
No, I remember what happened, and I think you've probably had beers, Senator, and so.
So you're saying there's never been a case where you drank so much that you didn't remember what happened the night before or part of what happened?
You're asking about, blackout. I don't know, have you?
What?
Could you answer that?
Whoa!
So you.
Whoa!
Is that your answer?
Yeah, and I'm curious if you have.
I have no.
Whoa!
Nor do I.
Okay, thank you.
Wow! Wow! Oh my God!
This thing keeps coming up all the time. Let's get back to basics.
Have you?
First of all, anybody, including
He just said, have you? Have you ever blacked out? Wow!
FBI investigation. What the FBI does is gather information from the White House, then the files sent to the committee for us to
Wow.
make our own evaluations. We're capable of making our
I'm
own
so happy y'all saw that. Y'all saw that?
Those allegations. The FBI has put out a statement.
Whoa.
Now I suppose it's a month ago. Saying this matter.
I mean, let's look at that. To the person, oh my God, to the person whom just admitted to him that her father was an alcoholic and paid consequences for it. When she asked him, have you ever had an event where you blacked out? He goes, have you? Wow. Oh my God.
You're gonna hear this. Joe Biden, quote, the next person who refers to an FBI report.
Yep, that's exactly right, Norm.
Obviously doesn't understand anything. The FBI explicitly does not.
We don't like your jokes, Fozzie Bear.
Period. They say, he said, she said, they said.
By the way, folks, Orrin Hatch said that he found Dr. Ford to be an attractive and worthy witness. Okay, he called her attractive.
Understand they do not reach conclusions. They do not make recommendations. Senator Hatch.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, may I say for the record that actually we have asked, you said that nobody's asked the FBI or we could ask the FBI. I actually have, I think others have, and I think that the issue is that part of what an FBI report does is to investigate and seek either corroborating or exculpatory evidence. It's not so much the conclusion that it draws as the breadth of the evidence that is sought out. It's just a different thing. And I believe still that this is the first background investigation in the history of background.
I don't know. A lot of folks have been asking me to narrate porn. We'll see.
Subject about the nominee. So I just didn't want to let the point you made stand without referencing what we had tried to do.
Pardon me, but I'll just add to the point you made. The letter was sent to the FBI. The FBI sent it
I know.
with a letter saying the case is closed. We're taking a break now. Senator, we're taking a break now. 15-minute break.
Holy shih tzu, folks. Holy shih tzu. This has really been intense. If you're just tuning in or if you've been here for a while, this is Honey Badger Live, listening to Kavanaugh's Testicles. Testimony. And, I never really used to be into politics, but then once I realized and saw that our government does really not much in terms of protecting our own wildlife, and I'm such a wildlife and animal lover, and I also love our children and believe that they should be always protected. Once I saw that children aren't being protected globally, and our wildlife certainly globally is not being protected, it totally got me more into politics. I've been into politics for a while. Back in 2012, I actually tried to run on the as Honey Badger for president. If any of you remember that, on the Independent Party, quite a few number of people who didn't want to vote for Obama nor Romney decided to write in their votes for Honey Badger. And I went to the RNC that year, and it was really wild times. But ultimately, I was able to find a common ground and a bridge between Republicans and Democrats who are just fed up with the system, same with the old. And I guess in short, we really do need a strong third party. The problem is someone like Jill Stein, from what I understand, was only on 23 states' ballots. So there's never really going to be, as long as like there are only a limited amount of ballots across the country that one can be on, no one's going to have the strength to win it on that party. So I mean, it just other parties just have to start to be recognized. But this forced view that we only have these two parties to choose from now more than ever is really hard to take. And I just really care about wildlife. I've invested a lot of my faith in children because I feel that they're learning so much more than we ever did years ago, and they're the smart ones. They're the ones who are going to continue innovation. So yeah, I mean, that's this. So all this stuff is just really difficult and crazy. And with regards to their asking, getting the FBI involved, they should absolutely get the FBI involved. The FBI was involved during Clarence Thomas. For any of you who remember, you know, there were allegations that he left his pubic hairs on Coke cans, and he talked about crass things in front of Anita Hill. Point is, you know, he's on the Supreme Court. He's on the Supreme Court. So why, I think we would all feel a little better, really, if we just let an investigation occur and let's have some investigations to see what we can find about this. Because otherwise, it's just he said, she said. What do you mean? Isn't it here? C-SPAN up in the sky. Hey, what are you doing for lunch? You want to go get a pizza? Nah, I brought lunch. I'm gonna stay here and eat. Okay, cool. What? Where are you guys gonna eat? Oh, where are you guys gonna eat? You want to eat over here? If the break isn't long enough to eat, folks, you just have to kind of stick close. Oh gosh. That's what I'm saying. The last time I seen a politician care for animals was Bill Clinton, and he did away with lodging and such. Yeah, for animals. I mean, you know, what's destroying a lot of species, or what's the decline in wildlife is really happening now more than ever from deforestation. Deforestation and oil spills and man-made disasters are ruining and taking away habitats, natural habitats from a lot of our wildlife. Consequently, certain species of insects and plant life die in the process, which then, you know, affects the species that relied on those insects and plants for life, to live. You know, Gandhi said that you could tell a lot by you could tell a nation's greatness by how they treat their animals. Okay, and I believe that. You can tell how great a nation is by how they treat their wildlife and their animals. If that's the case, good grief. Good grief. We need a lot more conservation, rescues. We need to, you know, climate change is real, folks. It really is. Global warming is, the sea levels are rising. I don't know if any of you are out there aware of what's going on, and perhaps you are. You know, this recent hurricane and all that, quote unquote, tremendously wet storms that hit the Carolinas are dealing with greater floods than they have in the past. Greater flooding because our sea levels are rising. And a lot of the ice is melting, and there's nowhere for it to go. So it all just kind of sits. Oh, goodness. It's still going. It's still going. Oh. Listen, folks, I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. But I am going to go. No one sees anything? Oh, good grief. But y'all can hear me? That's so weird. Alright, folks, I'm going to call it. I love you, folks. Check back, subscribe, do all that stuff. You can hit me up on Twitter, at Randall's Animals. Yes, you're my dude, Burial. What is that second word? Videos. Thank you. I love you all. For all those who tuned in, thank you so much for watching. These are crazy times. I love you, Sarah. I love you, videos. Clarence, I love you. It's been a blast, indeed. These are just, oh, it's crazy times. It's just heartbreaking. You know? Innocent until proven guilty, but, you know, let's just have someone else do the investigation. This is crazy. Oh, I love you, Danielle. I love all of you so much. Alashia, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Let's take care of one another. You know, it's too easy these days to just be an asshole to one another online and such. Let's just give a little more love, you know? And I love you guys. Like, I love you all. I really do. I'm not being facetious. I'm being completely honest when I say I have nothing but love for fellow humans. Thank you, Clarence, for that. Thank you, sweetie. Yes, let's love each other. I love you, Patty. Thank you so much for watching. We got to pick one another up, folks. Because the problem, you know, the thing is, sweeties, we are all in the same boat. We all bleed blood, right? We all go pee. We all go pee. We're all in the same boat. The same folks that are on the right that are upset with stuff, people on the left are upset with stuff. We're all upset. Let's just try to be more loving. We need more compassion, folks. That's the whenever I say protests and revolution, that's what it is. Love anarchy. You just gotta love more. We just have to really and just listen. Like, listen, I've had so many conversations with people who are crazy, and I completely don't see where they're coming from, and I don't agree with them. But you know what? I listen, because everyone has a story to share. Everyone has an opinion, and it starts with listening. Let's just try to pack up our egos and listen to where others are coming from, no matter how crazy it may seem to you. And that's how you spread the love. That's how you get the love out. Let's love one another. Let's listen to one another's stories. We all have stories to tell. I love you all. See you soon. And I also have a new video coming up, so okay.